Hello and welcome to this week's Huzhu News Source. I'm Kevin Wang. Well, good morning. Pasha's rating is actually called LGBT Campus Pride Index, though there are still several hours before tonight's fireworks show officially kicks off. But here at Navy Pier, people tell me they have been looking for perfect viewing spots since this morning. When the 9/11 tragedy happened back in 2001 in New York City, Nabam Karim was only... The workload has been pretty heavy during the last few days, but meanwhile, it's a lot of fun. DJ says he has no idea if the next NBA season is still coming, but as a professional, he is always ready to take a shot, no matter what happens. Event, but we cannot get them to talk on camera since they are on duty. Several fireworks shows used to decorate Chicago's lakefront skyline during the July 4th celebrations. But with the city canceling its sponsored shows this year, crowds are moving to Navy Pier to watch the only official fireworks on the 4th.
I don't know, Navy Pier's Chicago. It's awesome.
Yeah, I'm here. I mean, there's no 3rd of July, so there's the 4th. We'll see how good it is.
To deal with the budget deficit, Chicago municipality cut the traditional 3rd of July fireworks in Grand Park and some 4th of July fireworks elsewhere in the city. Without its spotlight being overshadowed by city's other lakefront events, the Navy Pier show draws attention from all over the area. Chicago police say they are making sure the event is safe for the viewers.
We're coordinated well with OEMC, fire department, all of our partners. I think we have a good plan. We're going to have a great night tonight.
Though there are still several hours before tonight's fireworks show officially kicks off, but here at Navy Pier, people tell me they have been looking for perfect viewing spots since this morning.
Just see the fireworks, just have some barbecue, and just loving Chicago right now.
It's kind of fun to be in this sort of atmosphere with, tons of people, the music going, the beach, having good food and stuff like that.
The show will last around 15 minutes tonight, starting at 9, where most viewers on the lakefront have no problem seeing the colors in the sky. North side viewers might have to scramble to get the best shot. Kevin Wang, ABC 7 News. Chicago police blocked both ends of the State Street Bridge over the Chicago River, looking for evidence where they say a man was shot on the west side of the bridge around 5 p.m.
I heard a boom as like a gun sound. So as we walk in, all we see is the man fall, and he fall on the ground, and the other man took off running towards the church right there.
I just heard a noise. It was like a car backfiring, and I happened to look out the window and I saw a gentleman running south on State Street in a white shirt, white like t-shirt, and then another gentleman went on the phone, and then somebody said somebody's being shot.
Investigators arrived shortly after the shooting and were able to talk to some witnesses around. They say a gunman followed the 29-year-old victim, who was walking northbound on the bridge, pulled out a gun, fired a shot in the back of his head, and ran away. This is where they say the victim was shot down. Though investigators say they still don't know the motive of the shooting, they believe the victim was targeted.
We don't believe that this was a random event. The victim was shot in extremely close proximity.
Investigators say the surveillance video from the cameras around may help search for the suspect and piece together what actually happened. But witnesses say the shooting in broad daylight has made them worried about safety even in downtown Chicago.
Especially on State Street, not a thing that you want to see.
Chicago police say the victim was taken to hospital to be treated and is said to be okay. So far, the investigation is still continuing and no one has been arrested. Kevin Wang, ABC 7 News. Well, good morning. Pasha's rating is actually called LGBT Campus Pride Index. It is operated by Campus Pride, which is a non-profit organization that works with college students across the country to create LGBT-friendly environment on college campus. University officials say they are certainly proud of the rating, but not surprised to see it. And for those who have been working for years to make IU more LGBT-friendly, they say the rating is simply the best return for their hard work. Doc Bowder has been working in LGBT Student Support Services office for 17 years. On his desk, there's a stack of cards saying "Welcome home." But he says the office was not welcomed at all when it was first opened in the midst of storms back in 1994. One of the many issues they faced was lack of financial support from the state.
There were state legislators who said they would withhold funding from the state budget if this office opened. to the tune of $500,000. That was the threat.
Back then, Indiana State Legislator Woody Merton explained his concern in a letter he wrote to a publication editor. At the end of the letter, he said, quote, "Indiana University's sole mission is to educate. However, it seems strange that IU would use taxpayers' dollars to promote a lifestyle that is contradictory to overall teaching in our country." End quote. That letter is now stored in this archive book that records the steps and revolutions that then GLB office has gone through. Thanks to then IU President Miles Brand, the office was able to survive under private funding. With the support from university president and others, the GLBT office soon took off on campus.
We got up and running, collaborated early on with lots of offices and departments. Students started coming into our office, and we were just really touched by the cooperation we had, but also the need for providing a space on this campus where people felt safe and could talk about their issues.
The office now has 10 student staffers and about 30 volunteers. Senior Eric Gonzoba has been working in the office since the end of his sophomore year. Now he's the office outreach coordinator.
I'm interested in diversity. I'm interested in GLBT issues and the rights of GLBT students to have an equal and safe environment in college. And so I don't think I've ever felt in a position to working here. So
the rating looks at criteria such as academic, student life, counseling and health, and also safety. In terms of the overall support for LGBT equality, officials say the increasing diversity awareness on campus makes IU one of the 33 schools that get the 5-star ranking.
We're trying to create an environment that is so comfortable that everybody feels like IU is a home away from home, and they'll do their best work. And IU will, it'll benefit the institution, it'll benefit the individuals, it'll enhance the educational experience of all students.
Well, the director of Campus Pride, Shane Windmeyer, he actually earned a degree from IU years ago. But officials say that didn't make any easier for assessment process. Actually, he pushed even harder when he returned to do field evaluations. Reporting outside IU GLBT Student Support Services Office, Kevin Wang, who's your news source? Pasha, now send it back to you. It is a busy Labor Day weekend that packed Bloomington's downtown with hundreds of artists and people who are interested in their works.
I'm here for this show.
And it's a tradition that makes the city's 4th Street between Indiana and Lincoln have probably the most bustling and fun time of the year.
We've been coming to this festival for probably the last 10 years.
Okay,
and it's for us, it's an afternoon of coming out and actually getting to see what's going on, having a good time, and enjoying some of the vendors.
120 artists sport their handcrafted artworks such as jewelry, handmade bags, paintings, and also those marvelous glass balls made by Larry Zanjo, who took a 4.5-hour drive from Ohio to showcase his talent at this year's 4th Street Festival.
It's a full-time job, so...
Zanjo says he spends about 40 hours a week working in his studio. Each year he travels to about 20 art shows like this around the area.
Not too bad, but that's about as far as I like to go.
And for local residents, the 2-day event is just perfect for their families, so they make sure nobody is left alone at home. You're home by yourself?
No, I'm here with my wife. She's in one of the booths actually doing some shopping.
She probably got lost.
Well, it's easy to get lost in a little 4-block area.
To make sure the event is safe, Bloomington police blocked partial traffic in downtown and have sent officers on extra duty. Apparently, so far, they have received a positive job rating.
I haven't had any problems, so...
It's quiet.
It seems like it's a nice little town.
Oh, I wouldn't even hesitate to leave my car unlocked.
One of the Bloomington police officers who are patrolling here told us he and his team are proud to learn people do feel safe at the event, but we cannot get them to talk on camera since they are on duty. At 4th Street, Kevin Wang, Who's Your News Source?
.com.
Well, that's all we have for you this week on Who's Your News Source. Please be sure to check with us next week on the follow-up story on the Lawrence Spear case.
And for more national and entertainment news, check out What's Up Weekly with hosts Margot Andrews and Brittany Bradley. See you next week.
Fresh legs sprinting down the floor. Those young bloods are all pumped up and ready to hit the hardwood. Basketball is the reason why those more than 100 hoopers aged 6 to 18 are here Saturday morning at Twin Lakes Recreational Center to sweat it up for straight 4 hours.
I was hoping to work on my shots. I'm not the best shooter.
They get a lot of one-on-one. You know, some of their friends are here, so it's easier for them to come and want to be here.
One special guest caught all their attention. It's DJ coming back to his 3rd annual basketball camp here in Bloomington. Campers' parents say they hope their children can get a little bit bonus by working with a former Hoosier who has made the NBA.
They see someone that they don't normally see on TV, you know, and he's having a camp, so he's actually here. It's more than just a name. Kind of like they said in the introduction, he's actually here. If you've seen it, he's usually out there with the kids trying to help them, so they get that kind of star attention.
The camp is built around individual drills such as shooting, dribbling, and rebounding. But there's also teamwork play where campers got to muscle through some real competitions with or against DJ. Those who have been here before say those drills are no strangers to them, and so is DJ.
Looks like he's still the same dude, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Got a little more facial hair.
DJ says he has no idea if the next NBA season is still coming, but as a professional, he is always ready to take a shot, no matter what happens.
Just trying to keep in shape, stay ready. I'm not sure when we'll play, but you always have to be prepared. And, that's what I'm trying to do now, just trying to keep in shape.
Kevin Wang, Hoosier News Source. Well, good morning, Kylie. The house has now been finished here on the site just across from Memorial Stadium on 17th Street. The workload has been pretty heavy during the last few days, but meanwhile, it's a lot of fun. It all starts from the scratch. One piece built upon another. Volunteers from IU, Kelly School of Business, Habitat for Humanity, and also Whirlpool Corporation have been working multiple shifts every day since the end of September to construct a new home for a Bloomington resident.
You like it so far?
Oh yeah, I'm loving it. Though it's the 2nd straight year such a project takes place on IU campus, still it's the first time for many students to get their hands dirty.
It's my first actual build, and it's good to just be here at IU and still have these opportunities.
From the ground to the roof, the works involved were no easy task for those first-timers, but the idea of intensity, they say, is not the only thing they take away from them.
I think the most interesting thing is the variety of people who are here just helping the family, and it's really great that the family is helping out build their own house. That's really wonderful.
And as for the tools, the students say not all of them happen to be that user-friendly.
I am not very handy when it comes to that stuff, but I was I put that aside and I just decided that I was gonna do it. Yeah, I'm exactly the same thing, but yeah, I'm quite a klutz. So I've hit my hand a couple times with the hammer, but
well, hopefully that didn't hurt too much. The finished house, officials say, has been transported to its permanent location on 13th Street and Woodlawn Avenue. And November is the time they say the house owner, Clarence Knapp, is able to move in with his family. Reporting off 17th Street near Memorial Stadium, I'm Kevin Wang, Hoosier News Source. Shelby, back to you.